If these don't come in extended sizes, that's a huge miss. This colorway and the quality of them, super fire. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and breakdown of these bad girls right here. This is the Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG in what is being dubbed the first in flight colorway. The reason behind that are a couple of things. One, this is the first Air Jordan model, so first in flight. Second thing, and this might be a minor thing, but it also is paying tribute to the Wright brothers in their first flight. Coincidentally enough, they did their first flight in North Carolina, which happens to be Jordan's alma mater, so they're putting that all over the shoe and things like that, which I think is really dope. On top of that, this has nothing to do with the theme, the first of flight theme, but they're like a reverse of those Obsidians that were super sick. Remember with the Obsidian toe and then the UNC back? I could not get those. I really wanted them, and the resale price on them is way more than I'm willing to pay for a pair of Jordan 1s, but this is a nice consolation price. At least I think so. Now, before we deep dive into the shoes, we do have a quick word from today's sponsor, Capsule. And just in case you're unaware of what Capsule actually is, it's a really interesting new product for sneakers, where their main focus is wearing, preserving, and properly storing your shoes so that you can do those two things long term. So as most sneakerheads know, when you start wearing your shoes, and even when you don't, those shoes start to begin to age, and sometimes they can age rapidly. Lots of science involved. But the good folks over at Capsule actually figured out that science, and they were able to capture everything, I want to say in a bottle, but that's corny, but that's kind of what they did, so that every time you pull your shoes out, this is not going to happen, at least not for a while. They guarantee that your shoes will last you up to 2 times longer, and it's with a very interesting process, one that I find personally fascinating, where it's been backed by science, and these guys have figured out and put it essentially in a bag and again in a bottle so that you can preserve and store your sneakers properly in between each wear. Now, just briefly, the main things that hurt your sneakers, or at least accelerate their aging, is going to be oxygen, sunlight, and moisture. And this bag takes care of all of that stuff by replacing it with what they call preservative. This process is not new to most industries. They actually do use this process to keep your bags of chips fresh, not the bags themselves, but what's inside the bag. You know how half of it's filled with what seems to be air? Well, it's not actually air, it's nitrogen. This is not quite nitrogen, but it's similar process. And while my countdown pack Air Jordan 6s are already cooked, this unreleased sales sample of the Nike Zoom Flight 98, aka the gloves, are not, and I want to keep it that way. And once your shoes are properly stored inside and fully zipped, you're going to turn this bad boy around and undo the air valve right here, because once you start pumping in the preservative, it's going to pump out the bad air that's inside. And in order to do that, you do need to open up the intake right here, take your preservative canister, take your valve right here, you screw it on tightly. You'll know when it's tight because you'll hear it enter the system. Once you're done with that, you will screw this onto the bag. The screw portion is separate, so you can actually just hold it there and then screw it on. It's super easy. And then once you're done with that, you're going to turn it on. The bag's filling up currently. Let me lock it up tight. The bad air is out, the preservative is in. My sneakers are now safe from just ordinary elements out there that will potentially ruin them. So if you're interested in preserving your sneakers and making them last up to 2 times longer, make sure that you check out Capsule. Links down below in the description box. It'll head you over to their site where you can check out everything that you need to know about this guy right here. I think it's pretty damn cool, and maybe you will too. Yes, I cut my hair since then. This feels way better. It's just so hot. I feel like Pedro.
So I went into my kitchen and I shaved it all off.
Anyways, in case you guys were wondering, this is the box. It's a dark obsidian box, UNC branding, super slick. Inside the box, I actually have special paper, and it has the same graphic that you will see featured on the insole of the shoe. Speaking of the insole, it's this piece right here. It's fake dream cell, not a good look. They did add other things to the shoe, which, I mean, you can't wear those things. Well, you can with the laces, but this is comfort, man. This should come first. So I really wish that they would put polyurethane insoles just in everything, like the real ones. If necessary, dream cell, but not this one. Speaking of the laces, they do come with a gold set, and obviously that's the highlight, the logo that's on there. That's the one thing that I don't know if I love that part. I do wish that it was just like white or off-white or sail, whatever. I don't know. Maybe it's a full circle thing. Maybe that's supposed to represent Laney High School, and then the University of North Carolina, and then the Air Jordan 1. I'm not sure. One last trinket that they came with is this thing right here. I thought this was really cool. And then on the other side of it, it actually has a small description, which you could pause and read for yourself. It truly makes no sense because I'm not sure who she is or her, but whatever. It's her flair. It's her record breaking. They know that this is Michael Jordan, right? Not Michelle Jordan. Also, they do come with a hang tag. It is made out of leather. I think that's dope too. Does all of those extras and doodads make up for the insole? No. Now, on the outsole, what do we've got here?
The greatest traction of all time.
That's right. Traction's so good, it'll pop your hip out.
I guarantee it.
Moving on up from the traction, we've got a rubber cupsole. Inside that rubber cupsole is a polyurethane wedge. Inside that polyurethane wedge is an encapsulated air sole unit. Now, the materials are where the shoe really does shine. Like, I think that this is just
perfection.
It's not quite on that level of the Obsidians, but it's pretty close. So the Carolina blue that you see, or the UNC material, is actually a nubuck. It's genuine. It's really nice. Not premium, but really nice, especially for Jordan Brand. And this is a women's release, so when I say really nice, like I mean it. Like, they actually go all out with their women's launches. The back material, which is the darker blue, is not quite as nice of a material, but it's still nice enough, especially with it being just that back panel. It doesn't bother me that it's not as nice as the rest. I do like the contrast though, where that's leather versus the nubuck. I think that that's a slick move. Now, the sail material is also leather, thin cuts, got a slight texture to it. And then again, the Wings logo on the back is that gold color. Still don't know how I feel about that, although I'm pretty sure when I see these on feet during our lovely B-roll, it's gonna change my mind. I'm gonna be like, man, they just look dope. The tongue is traditional, it's nylon. However, they did switch up the patch just a little bit. It still says Nike Air on there, but right underneath it, it says First in Flight. Again, paying tribute to the whole theme of the shoe. I think that's an interesting move. They don't do that too often, especially when all of these things do have themes, or at least they say that they do. So it's nice to see that they're actually like going all out with it. Not just with that tab, but again, the graphic on the insole, the graphic on the paper, so on and so forth. Now, in terms of fit, they do fit true to size. Whatever you typically wear with your Air Jordan 1s, that is exactly what I would recommend. Just keep in mind that this is a women's launch, so you're gonna have to convert your size if you're a guy. So I'm a size 9. This is a women's size 10.5, but a size 10.5 in women's, it's a size 9 in men's. And with all that being said, what's the day? I didn't even say it. You're about to cut me off. I had to lick my lips. I'm dry in here. It's hot. Okay?
You could put some hot tua on that.
Ew, that's gross. Nobody's hot doing anything up here. Okay? Anyways, what's today's question of the day?
Which year was your favorite birthday?
Which year of my birthday was your favorite?
What?
Like, which of my birthdays that we've been together is your favorite?
When we went to Disneyland during COVID.
That was for my birthday?
Yeah. It was legally open.
Oh,
we
no,
did have to wear masks,
obviously.
people, but it was a nice...
We didn't jump over the fence.
No, I'm just saying, like, it was when they were, like, really cutting down how many people were allowed to be in there.
That was my favorite time ever at Disneyland. I forgot that was for my birthday.
Yeah.
I did remember that was during COVID, but COVID's just a blur to me. What comes to mind for me, which you probably already know, my 7th birthday, it's really the one that sticks out in my mind, like, as the birthdays of all birthdays, at least when you're a little kid. That birthday was awesome. It was Ninja Turtle themed everything. So from the cake to damn near every present I got. I remember opening up just, you know, Ninja Turtle action figure after action figure and being like, oh my God, it was the only time that I got like that, so much of it all at once. Usually I get like a figure every once in a while. And that day was like,
awesome! Bodacious! Yeah. Good shit!
And on top of all of that, that's the day that I got my first video game system, the original NES. I still have it, it's right over there, and it still works. That was probably one of the best days of my entire young life.
It's beautiful.
Anyways, what was your favorite birthday and why? What did you get? What was so memorable that like it just sticks out in your mind? Maybe it was memorable for a different reason. Maybe something happened. I don't know, good or bad. Let me know. Make sure that you check out Capsule. They're pretty awesome. And sound off below and let us know what you think about these in the comment section. I'm really hoping that they come in extended sizes. I am not holding my breath though. I'm pretty sure that they're not. But if they are, a lot of you guys are gonna like these. And if they aren't, all you guys that can fit in these are gonna like these. They're awesome. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We greatly appreciate it. We'll catch you guys on the next one. So until then, y'all have a good one.